Hello everyone, Ecology here, and welcome to the 9.10 test server. And in this video, I'm going to be showing the last three Japanese heavies. The Oho, the Type 4 Heavy, and the Type 5 Heavy. Now, the the Oho, oh my gosh, Japanese. It's basically based off the Oni, but they basically took off the engine deck, added a mini turret, kept the mini turrets, but they changed that one and replaced it with a machine gun for some reason. They also got rid of the front bit and made it more slanted, apparently. But it kept the suspension. That's all good. The suspension is kept. And here's the replay, the training room of this tank. Now here we have one of the most decorated Japanese heavy tanks, and it's the Hosho. The Ho-Ho. Oh-Ho. Oh-Ho. Oh my gosh, words. Basically, it's on the same suspension and tracks as the Tier 7, but it has been changed. And you can see it has been changed a lot. Well, the big difference that I see here is it has good gun depression. Right? Yep, good gun depression. Let's see, does it keep its good gun depression over the mini turret? Nope, that's garbage. And what about this one? Nope, that's even worse. That's garbage. But in between, right here, you get better, but it's not as good. So basically, when you're playing this tank, you really want to be facing on this side. You really want to be on this side of the village or wall if you're side scraping. Because if you are trying to poke over this way, you're just going to get frustrated by the mini turrets. You're just going to get frustrated. And the same thing is in the rear. If this turret traverses. Good gun depression, good gun depression. Oh, you lost your gun depression. So if you're fighting over a rear battle, you're going to have some problems over the rear turret. So you have to wait until you can have your turret facing like that, so you can have your maximum 10 degrees of gun depression. Now let's go on the detail side instead of the frustrating bits, because frustrating bits are always fun to talk about, but we're here to test out the HD model and looking at the prettiness. Now, as you can see visually, it has a lot of details. Like, it has a lot of spare track links, meaning extra spare armor. It has a ladder on both sides. Same thing with the other side. It has a lot of spare track armor, which is great. The drive sprocket is the same. The suspension is the same. Not as much side skirts as there was on this one as the other one was. The mini turrets are nice. They got smaller, I guess. One's still a big caliber gun, but the other ones are now machine guns. Now let's go over suspension. Boom, bonk. Bink, bink, bonk, bink, bonk, bink. Awesome. Back up. Dink, 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 donk, dink, dink, donk, donk, dink, dink, donk. I love suspension. Suspension is awesome. The turret's also good as well as based armor or tracks. 2 machine guns in the rear to ward off any rear gun defense. There is no tracks on that side, which is upsetting. But the top of the turret looks nice. It has some hatches. Oh gosh, I didn't see you there. Oh my god, that scared me. That scared me. Okay. So let's not do that and phase through it. Oh crap. Alright, there we go. We're now facing the drive sprocket. The track's also a nice detail as well. The rear of the tank has 2 nice exhausts, which looks fantastic. The top of it's pretty flat, pretty dull, but you can see the mini turret, the R2-D2 in the rear. 2 machine guns. The top of the turret has 2 machine guns. The commander's hatch and 2 other patches. The spare track link. And look how off the ground that is. It's up and then turned, and I think that's awesome. The ladder. The suspension. Yep, that's down there as well. The mini turrets. Same thing on this side. It's the same detail, except for this side gets a tent tarp type device on top of it, so that's not bad. You got the driver's hatch right there. Come on. Raise the turret. There we go. Got nice rifling on the gun barrel. Got the 2 mini turrets. Got a light there, a light there. These things are huge. Well, that basically covers the detail. I want to turn that back on and see if I can penetrate. Oh my gosh. Nope, I need to angle this more like that so I can get my 10 degrees of gun depression. There we go. Bonk. Did it penetrate? It did damage. Says no there. Says no there, but that's a weak point. So, it's a yes. That's a no-ish maybe? That's a yes. That's a no. Nope, that bounced. So, that's a no. It says that's a no, but because that's a flatter area than this. So if I hit there, yeah, bounce. So basically, if you're fighting this thing and you see it like that, aim for there. Aim for the side bit of that, the weak point. Because if you aim right there where I aimed, it's a lot thicker. See? A lot thicker. Now if I aim right there, this reloads pretty fast. It's not a bad reload. But reload, what time is it? 11 seconds. That's not bad. See? Like that. You go right through its armor. Which isn't bad. Yep. Yeah, but it's only a weak spot if you have your armor turret. I don't know if it's fully on because that's different. Turret? Nope. Can't penetrate that. Yes, you can penetrate the side. Oh, yep, that's the mini turret right there. Can I? No, I cannot even penetrate that. The mini turret in the rear. Commander's hatch. Maybe. What about the side of that? Because that is... Nope, can't even penetrate that. Wow, so far the only place I can penetrate on the turret, or on the front, are there. Lols. Well, I can penetrate there. That's no big deal. So the front of his tank is pretty weak. Oh, why did I pen that? Sometimes it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Commander's hatch. Nope, no penetration. Wow, this thing is armored to the gills. And this doesn't have the best penetration, I know, but it's pretty good for what it has. Yeah, I can penetrate that. Yes. Yes. Yep, it penetrates that with ease. The rear of the turret? I don't know. Is the rear of the turret strong? Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it. Angering. Yeah, but I'm going to kill him, which I don't want to do. I want to leave him alive. So that's basically it. And, oh, he bounced? Oh, you can bounce off the rear if you're at a proper angle. Lols. So that's basically the oh-ho. Oh-ho. Yep, I penned, but he bounces. Awesome. So that's the oh-ho in a nutshell right there. Very strong tank. If you know where to shoot, it's not very strong, but like I penned him, but he didn't pen me, so depends where you aim. So I hope you found this information useful. So I can't wait for these heavies to come out. Onward to the next one, the tier 9? Yeah, the tier 9. Tier 9 next. And we're back in the garage to go over stats and look at some camouflage. I like this thing, but it really suffers the mini turret problem. That mini turret problem is really a problem. Let's see, it has 1,700 hit points. It has 1,200 horsepower. Its top speed is 25, which isn't very slow. It's faster than the mouse, so that's good, comparing everything to the mouse. Traverse speed is 19 degrees a second, which isn't great, but at least it has something. Its hull armor is 200 in the front. 200 in the front, which is pretty good. 200 or 105 in the side and 150 in the rear. So it has decent armor. The front armor is the best, but it has weak points like I showed, like the insides of that. But if you hit anywhere else, it's gonna bounce. Standard shell damage is 248 through 413. Its shell penetration is 161 through 269. millimeters of penetration. Its rounds per minute is 6.45 rounds per minute. Its traverse is 20 degrees a second. Max view range is 380 meters, and signal range is 750. Yeah, the Japanese get the 10 centimeter. 10 centimeter is their gun of choice for most of them, except for the tier 6, and then the tiers, those two get 14 centimeter rounds. That I will show you soon. Let's see the camo. I like seeing weathered. Nice barrel. Weathered. I like the turret on it because it's the weird shaped turret. I like that as a ladder. The ladder's well weathered as well. I like it. Lower Glacius has some wear and tear. And it's also another wide tank. Like, look how wide it is. Has a tent. Some wear and tear. The rear machine gunner. Which does not have a hatch. I didn't realize that. It does not have a hatch to get in and out. Probably needs to get out here or go underneath and into the turret. These guys have the exiting port because the turret is not directly underneath it. So the engine deck is nice. Not very scratched or dented though, because it's not really a major part of the tank. Well, where crews go, where the crews jump and carry their ammunition. The dual exhaust, it's pretty nice. The weathering down there by the road wheels to get it the dirty effect. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's give it some summer cam. And desert cam. The very blue desert cam, which I don't think would protect you in the desert, but I don't think anything's going to protect this thing, because, like I said, artillery magnet, okay. But here's what we've all been looking for, the tier 9 and 10. The big beasts. This is the Type 4 Heavy, where if I go into the vehicle's details, the Type 4 Heavy, also known as the Type 2604. This variant of the Super Heavy OI tanks, which was developed during World War II, the vehicle was designed for breakthrough attacks on enemy fortresses as well as coastal defense. It's basically how it all is. Never was produced, but a turret was. The turret of the tier 10 was produced. So yeah, it's basically was a mobile bunker to drive up on the beach and stop enemy advances or sit in the jungles as a mobile pillbox. So yeah, here's the battle. And here we are in the tier 9, the Type 4 Heavy. I have to say, I like this thing. I like this thing a lot. It's not as detailed as some others, but it's big and massive. It's a big tank. Yes. I love the suspension because there's a drawing of the tier 10, and I thought it was like weird because all the road wheels was all like mashed. And I'm just like, oh, okay, so which way are they going to do it? And then they actually implemented like the mishmash wheels. Like, it looks like the mouse. Well, the mouse had an intricate suspension. Like, if you look at the road wheels and the design of in the mouse, it looks kind of like this, but it's more, I don't know. I like the way it is right here. It's weird. Let's see, detail. Rear detail has an exhaust, a little hatch, some lights. Oh, suspension. When you look at suspension. Oh, I'm not doing it right. This thing is kind of slow. It only goes 20 kilometers, but the mouse is slow. It only moves 20 kilometers, but who needs speed? Like, speed doesn't... Like, if you drove in the mouse, you can drive these with no problem because they're basically nice. Look at that sprocket gear. They're thick tracks. Like, I thought, or not thick, they're wide tracks. This tank has some very wide tracks. Gun depression is very good. That's very good gun depression. Like, not bad. Hey, it looks just like me. Okay. Front of the tank, as you can see, the drive sprocket looks pretty nice. I like how it looks like two um, tracks welded together to make one big, huge one. I love the front plate. The front plate is nice. I like that as an extra plate welded to it. Well, it's not welded. It's like bolted to it. So they could take it off technically. Probably to service the transmission if it gets broken. Has the Chi-Ri styled front with the small cannon and the machine gun next to it. The driver's port, which looks very nice. The very big 14cm gun. There it is. Nicely um, rifled barrel. The top of the tank looks nice. Let's see if I can't search like this. Oh, there we go. There's the rear of the tank. Now the rear of the tank basically has the return roller or the idler wheel. I think that's it. Has a light there, the exhaust right there, which is nice looking. Has 3 more lights back there. Brake lights. The top of the tank has the air intakes on the side, it looks like. The rear of the turret looks very nice with a very big hatch. Has some storage on the side of the turret as well. Some handrails or grab irons. A nice flag. Commander's hatch is nice and big, which is good. Ooh. I'm inside of it. This is spooky. Hee hee hee. I wonder if this is a bug, because this is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Ooh. Ooh, I like this view. It's a double drive sprocket. As double drive sprocket. I like this. I like this view. No, 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 no. Stay, stay, stay. Stay, stay, stay. You can really see the intricate suspension. It weaves in and out. Like the French. Like if you ever seen like some of the French intricate suspension where it weaves in and out. It's basically like that, but with smaller rope wheels. I like that. That's pretty cool. I'm sorry I glitched your game, but it had to happen to get the best views. The side skirts look great. Some grab irons. Tow rope. I don't know what's going to be towing this big thing out. Yeah. Other than that, it's a pretty nice tank. All in all, stop glitching through it. Stop, stop, stop. There we go. Nope, I'm still doing it. There we go. I want the sunny side. Sunny side up, please. Yeah. I like it. I like this tank. It's not bad. So that's basically it. Oh, gun depression, gun depression. Gun depression in the rear. Because the fronts and sides are the same. No change, no change, no change, no change, no change, no change. And here's the change. That's the change. Yeah, there is no gun depression in the rear. None whatsoever. That is sad. Well, not really. You have that big engine deck to deal with. Well, it has some gun depression. As you can see, it does dip away down there. Probably has like 2 degrees, 1 degree gun depression. So it's not bad, but don't ever get your rear end forced to be hit, because if they're behind you, you're screwed. But that's it for the Type 4 Heavy. I hope you found this interesting, and onwards to the Tier 10. Tier 10! Yay! And we're back in the garage with the Type 4 Heavy. Oh, she's a beauty. She's a big beauty. Okay, let's give me some paint. I'm going to do paint first. Ooh, look at that paint. Weathered barrel. Nice weathered knees. Apparently, the 14 centimeters and the 10 centimeters are off like naval ships. So all Japanese like the guns are like off the Navy ships. Look at that weathering. The grab irons are weathered to simulate the people actually went up and used it. The turret's weathered as well around the commander's hatch. The hatches around there is weathered. The front plate. The engine deck is weathered as well. Because there is a hatchback here. That's where they would load their ammunition. They'd be on the side, pick it up, go. Or on this side, pick it up, put it in. The rear end's pretty nice. I like the shimmer effect. The shimmer effect on the glass. Ooh, shimmer, shimmer. I like that. But a pretty nice weathering. Let's get some summer camo in here. Pretty nice. I still don't like the blue desert camo. I think they should get a new one. But that's the Type 4 Heavy. Let's go over some stats. It has 2,050 hit points, which is a ton of hit points for a Tier 9 tank. Engine horsepower is 120, or 1,200. Top speed is 20, which is the same top speed as the mouse, so it is pretty slow, but if you ever played the mouse, the slowness doesn't matter. It's the amount of armor that it has that counts. Traverse speed is 22 degrees a second. Hull armor is 25, 250 in the front, 140 in the side, 150 in the rear. Hull armor, or turret armor, is 250 in the front, 200 in the side, 200 in the rear. Now, one thing that I have noticed is the cheeks right here and here are incredibly weak. So if you have a gun that can penetrate 250 millimeters of armor, which this gun can, possibly, if it gets a nice roll of damage. Let's see, penetration is 187 through 311. So it could technically penetrate 311 millimeters of armor. Standard shell damage on this tank is 450 through 750. Yeah, this is a 14 centimeter cannon. This is 2 centimeters bigger than you get on the mouse. The mouse gets a 12.5. Yeah, this is bigger. But it's one less caliber than the E100's gun, which is a 15 centimeter. So, it's in between. It's not bad. I like this gun. I like this gun a lot. Let's see. Rate of fire is 2.88 rounds per minute, which isn't fast firing, but for a tier 10 with a very powerful gun, or tier 9 with a very powerful gun, so doesn't surprise me. Turret traverse is 18 degrees a second. View range is 390, and its signal range is 750 meters. All in all, very good tank. Now let's move on to the last tank in the bunch. The tier 10, the Type 5 Heavy. She's a beauty. And let's show her in battle. Yeah, here we are in the tier 10, the Type 5 Heavy tank. Now, visually, there's really nothing you can really compare, but the front plate is now flat. It does not have that little break slanted and then continues going. It is now 100% flat. Yeah, this thing has been shotting at it. Yeah, I shot at it. I'm a bad person. Let's turn off V. Let's see. You got the front plate, which is the same. Got the same thing. The gun has gun rifling. Turrets looks the same. Like, the only thing that's different is, let me look. Let me go. I'm going to get it. It's the rear end. The rear end is now completely changed. It is now flat. It is not risen. And I think that's also new. They gave it a tent or something on the side of the turret. And they also give it two exhausts. Now, before, the air intakes was on the side of the thing. But now, if you see, on top of the turret is that little vent or little hat on it. That's to suck air into the turret, down into the engine bay by that way. Apparently, that's how it's supposed to be working. So, yeah. Other than that, it's basically the same thing, but has more hit points. And it's harder to hit. So, this thing's more better. But yeah, I did kind of wreck his health. I shot him once there and a couple around there. So yeah, I'm sorry, but that was kind of funny. So, yeah, this thing's pretty nice. Let's go over some suspension. So, suspension's always nice. It's basically the same thing as the Type 4, so it's not really new. So, I'm just going to recap, because I always like going over suspension. Suspension. Yes. I love it. It's probably in the turret or lower hull. That's probably where the ammo rack is. In the back of the turret or lower hull. It's probably hard to hit it because there's so much stuff inside this thing. Well, that's the end of this video. That's the end of the Japanese heavies. I am looking forward. Tell me in the description what you think about the Japanese heavies, and tell me what you like about them, and will you grind up to it? Oh yeah, I'm going to show you one last thing about this. And that's the gun depression over the rear. Now it's better. That is much better. So now if you get flanked and get behind... Ow. What? Haha, you didn't pen. Oh, I love it so much. That's the best. Thanks for the laughs. Thank you again, Peggy, Poochie, 87. Oh my gosh, names I can't pronounce. I'm sorry. Oh, he's angry. I love this tank. This tank's my favorite. I love it. Well, tell me in the comments. Good armor indeed, yes. Well, that's it for this video. And in the garage to go over stats and stuff. So yes. And here we are back in the garage, and let's go over some stats. It has 2,500 hit points, or 2,800 hit points, my bad, which is a lot of hit points. Surprisingly, it has more hit points than the tier 9, which has more armor. Strange, but I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me, but it is a tier 10, so it needs more hit points. It weighs 150 tons, 160 fully upgraded. That's a lot of tons. Engine horsepower is 1,200. Top speed is 25 kilometers. Why does it move 5 kilometers more? Is because it doesn't have all that extra weight of the rear end carrying along with it. So it moves 5 kilometers faster, which is very good. It moves 5 kilometers faster than the mouse as well, which is awesome. Turret traverse speed of the tank is 22 degrees a second. Hull armor is 260, which is good. 140, 150, which is good. Turret armor is 260, 210, and 200 in the rear. Standard shell damage is the same on the Tier 9's Top Gun, is 450 through 750. Standard shell damage is 187 through 311. Rate of fire is a little bit faster, I think, is 3.39 rounds per minute. I think that's faster. And I think it's faster because it automatically gets a... Well, it doesn't automatically get a... Why can't I scroll up? Hello? Is it broken? Did I break it? It is broken. Well, the reason why I think it has a fast reload is because that's essentially a ventilation port, because that's how the engine gets its fresh air. Is the in the blueprints it shows that the air would go down here into the turret and then into the engine. That's basically how it is. So I'm guessing the fast reload is because it gets that slightly good feature that the tier 4 doesn't get. As I say, as it's right there. So I'm just talking out my butt. I'm sorry. But that's what the prototype showed, so I don't know. Or the blueprints of it. I'll continue going on after may or may not information be true, so it has 18 degrees second turret traverse, its view range is 400 meters, and its signal range is 750. So other than what may or may not be true, yeah, let's look for some camouflage. Basically the same weathering for the front as on the Tier 4, except for the back end. The back end has a slightly different weathering because this is now lowered. Weathering there, and this also has a rope on the back of it. The other one did not, which is pretty cool. Pretty nice, pretty nice. I'm very looking forward to play these on the test server. And this thing is bigger than the mouse. Like, I was in a test server with my friend and he brought his mouse, and the mouse ends right here-ish, so it has that much more to the tank, I think. So this thing's bigger, and it moves faster, and it has a bigger gun. So I don't know, do you want a mouse which is slower, has a smaller gun, or do you want this thing which is bigger, faster, and has a bigger gun? I don't know, but I'd rather choose this thing because it has more perks than the mouse right now. But the mouse does have that big amount of armor. Like, how much front armor does the mouse have? Let's take a gander. Let's see. Mouse, 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 mouse. Germany. I don't want that. Oh, gosh. Mouse has 200 frontal armor. 200 front armor. The Japanese heavy tank has more front armor than the mouse. Yeah. The mouse has 200 front armor. This thing has 260. Why would you get the mouse? If you want a mouse, get this. Get this, guys. Don't forget about the mouse and get this. Get this. This is 3 times better than a mouse. 3 times better. And the grind would be 3 much more fun. 3 times more fun than the mouse. In my opinion. Get this. Get this tank. Well, that's it for this video. I'm pretty sure I didn't show you the other camos. But here you go. Other camos. Quickly, quickly. And the pukey blue camo. It is pukey. Ugh. Awesome. What's that? Oh. So they give you a helpful hint thing. That's new. I didn't see that. It's cool. It's pretty cool. Cool, cool. So that's basically the Japanese heavies coming in this patch. From tier 2 through 10. I'm looking forward to this grind. Tell me in the comments what you think about the Japanese heavies. Are you looking forward to play them? Are you not looking forward to play them? Because I'm looking forward to play them. I'm ready to grind. I have my garage slots ready. I have everything ready, set up to go. So I'm looking forward to it. Like always, thanks for watching. This is the end of this part of the video. Next part of the video will be the HD models. And there's a lot of HD models, so get ready for that. I won't be going through the stats. I won't be going through that. I'll just basically quickly like click on a tank and go through the camouflage, and basically that's it. Show you what it looks like in HD. So, well, that's it for the Japanese heavies. I hope you enjoyed it like I did. Thanks so much for watching, and remember to click the like button and to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in more videos like the HD model tanks that are coming after this. So enjoy those as well. Bye guys. Bye.